Hey everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our first project using the tags, bags, boxes, and more Cricut cartridge. So what we're going to be doing is creating a tag with a tag holder using one of these little tag envelopes down here in the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I kind of started setting this up on my Gypsy because I needed to figure out how I knew what size to cut my tag in order to fit in the envelope. So what I did, and it seems to be, I'm not sure if this is 100% true for all of the tags, but at least these two tags envelopes here match these two tags right here. So what I did on my Gypsy was I laid this out, and what it's exactly, if I did this at 10 inches, I would cut the tag out at 5 inches. So if you did it at 8, you would do the tag at 4. So it seems like when you cut out the tag envelope, you know, divide it in half, and that's what size you're going to cut out your tag. So I'm going to go ahead, and I don't know if that's true for all the tags, but I do know it's true for at least these two tags right here, which match these two envelopes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do this envelope right here, and I'm going to do this in the blackout feature. I'm going to set my tag to be 10 inches, and I'm going to hit the tag key. Now when you do the blackout feature, it still cuts the little notches where you fold at. If you don't want those notches, you would have to use your Gypsy or your Design Studio to hide the notches. For this, I normally would rather just hide the notches, but for this I'm going to go ahead and leave the notches there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out my envelope at 10 inches, and I want to make sure I have all of my settings. I'm going to put my pressure on high because I am using a textured cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Okay, so I cut that out. The next thing I'm going to do is cut out my tag, and I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to take out the blackout feature, and I'm going to select the hold or the hole key, and I'm going to go ahead and change this down to 5 inches. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and select my tag, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Okay, so if I did this right, this tag is going to go ahead and fit inside my tag envelope. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to just cut some images that'll go with my my tag, so we can sit and put this together. And I do already have my pattern paper loaded. And what I did was I went ahead and set this up on my Gypsy, and I used the Sweet Treats Cricut cartridge to cut out this little cupcake, which is 2.5 inches. And I'm cutting out the cupcake and the little icing and the little swirls that go on the cupcake and the candle. So I set this up so kind of just made myself a little template of where my envelope and my tag were going to be so that I can go ahead and cut this out. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in and hit my cut button. You can see now the only thing I'm cutting are just these, and I did go ahead and lay my pattern paper out on my mat. So I'm going to hit the cut key, and I'm going to click OK, and it's going to go ahead and cut. Okay, so I cut out all my pieces, and now what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and start assembling the envelope. If you've seen my wildcard series, you know that that it does cut out these little score lines or guides for you. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Score Pal to score my lines. I can't see the score line on this one. There it is. Alright. Let me just get this out of the way, and we'll go ahead and fold this. So this is our little envelope that's going to hold our tag. And I'm just going to use my ATG gun to add some adhesive right in the little flaps here. ahead and close this up. This will make a nice little thing to put on, you know, a gift that you're giving somebody. Okay, so that is our envelope. And see, this is why I like to use my Gypsy or Design Studio, because see, it tears the little edge there. So when you're using your Gypsy or Design Studio, you could take these notches out. So that's our envelope. And then I have my tag right here. And like I said, I cut this out at 10 inches, this out at 5 inches, and it fits in there nicely. Actually, I probably could have even gone a little bit bigger. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put together my cupcake from Sweet Treats. And I said I cut this out at 2.5 inches, and I cut out the other layers to it, but then I decided I didn't really like the colors that I did. So I'm just going to go ahead and embellish this with some bling, or some pearls. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere or put together my cupcake. So that's the top of my cupcake. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some of these pearls and stick those onto my cupcake. And these pearls are all connected together, so I'm just going to cut them apart. So I'm going to use those as my little sprinkles on my cupcake. And then I'm also going to use one of these yellow ones on my flame of my candle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down, and I'm going to put it straight onto my tag right down here on the bottom. You could also, you know, stamp a little sentiment or something like that. I'm not going to do that today. This was basically just to show you how to put together the envelope. And I'm just using my 2-way glue for this because with the pearls I should have put them on after I glued it down. So there's my little cupcake. And then I cut some trim. These are fibers from one of these Adornment by EK Success. I got these a while ago someplace, like really cheap. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick this through the hole. And then that'll go right inside the envelope. So you can even do another little decoration or something on the front there too. So, okay, just wanted to show you that. These would be great for mini albums too. And you can make little pockets to add your pictures and stuff like that in. So, okay, thanks for watching another episode of Creations with Christine. I'll see you next time. Bye.